Alrighty. What's up, everybody? Dirk here. Welcome once again to the dungeon. Uh, I've been looking about with this most of the day, trying to figure out something to do. I can audio modulate this, and yeah, it's easy enough. I did want to try a musical interrupter, something that I could whip together, and this does seem to work. In the sense that it's taking sinusoidal waveforms from this tape recorder, for example, and converting it into basically pulses. It's not going to sound great because this is like it's just basic, just normal music, so it's not going to sound very awesome. I just wanted to test this out as proof of concept that this works. The only drawback to this is it utilizes a quad op amp, and it needs a plus minus voltage in order to work. So it's really um, yeah, I don't find that great. Other than that, it's not bad. It's two separate power supplies. I'm using an optocoupler um, to get this going. It's very simple. As soon as I get everything kind of finalized, I'll kind of draw up everything. So yeah, in the end, you can play this coil normal audio modulation, amplitude modulation, basically, or you can use a musical interrupter, or you can just feed in whatever kind of a interrupter that you want there. It's all good and well. That's basically the setup. There's your CD 4046 right there. There's a normal Steve Ward interrupter with your variable resistor and capacitor, a little toggle switch. I still got to finalize all this. And then this is a quad op amp. It utilizes three op amps. One's not being used. Audio signal goes in. It gets amplified a little bit and basically converted over to like a pulse wave that only comes on when the music's there. And I still got to fine tune everything, but I'll show you it working. There's a little LED that's a clip LED, and to kind of fine tune this, that you could put like another LED on the output, and you got two trim pots here. One's for the clip, which is this black one, and the blue one is for the final comparator output. Just to say that when the signal's there, the circuit should turn on and the coil should fire. Basically, that's all it is. I'm shooting this on my phone really quick. Just wanted to show you guys. It's starting to get kind of late, and I got to get all this worked out tomorrow. So yeah, I'm not a big fan of using the switch mode power supply, but I have a couple on hand. I'd rather use linear dual voltage supplies because there's switching frequencies also that's going to go into the circuit. I don't really want that. I like everything nice and linear, just like this guy. Anyway, we'll get this going. I'll hit the play button. It lights up a little bit. I got the volume down a little bit on here, but you can see that it's clipping. It basically clips the waveform, I would assume. I'll get this going. It should come on. Just playing this at a lower voltage, about 24 volt input. And if I turn this off, it should turn off. Boop. There it goes, and it's just on standby. It's not very nice with the tape recorder, but as I said, this is a proof of concept. I still got to fine tweak everything. I do plan on playing some other type of music, 8-bit and whatnot, and I can actually run my laptop through this because I got the optocoupler in there for isolation, so it's wonderful. Works very well. Yeah, there's a little bit of hissing and whatnot, but it's normal music. I'd rather play something else. It's a big monstrosity of a mess, but hey, it works, and boop, turn it off. It does work. The saxophone sounds kind of good. But yeah, I don't know. I had to kind of fine tweak this and work everything out, but it's a good proof of concept. Everything seems to work quite well. Yeah, there you go. As I said, I'll get everything drawn out. If anybody's interested in building something like this, as soon as I get everything kind of finalized, and yeah, I mean, some music is obviously going to sound better than others. MIDI, is obviously a good example, and that's kind of what I wanted to produce here was a sort of MIDI, um, yeah, something that can play, basically convert sine waves into pulse width, that this can play. Obviously, it's going to sound horrible, but I'd rather play 8-bit music and whatnot. I kind of plan on playing like some Doom and things like that on here. That I think it'd sound pretty good. I got to see what I can find. Um, yeah, I'm just kind of checking everything. MOSFET's pretty happy. That's only running at 24 volts, but I got a massive heatsink for a tiny little MOSFET that's right down there. Everything seems to be working quite well. I'm just checking everything here. No, basically with the optocoupler, there's your 12 volt supply going into the collector, and then on the emitter side, that's going over to pin 5 of your CD4046, and it's getting tied down low to ground via this. I got a 1K resistor in there. I think the circuit called for 470, but I think that has to do with the half bridge configuration using the driver MOSFETs, and you're going to be tying down the enable pin via resistor. You're going to tie it down to ground. I bet you this would work if you tied it high to the supply voltage, but this seems to work out for me, so that's what I'm going to go with. But yeah, that's the progress so far. Yeah. Well, hopefully I'll get this together tomorrow, a little bit better looking, and I'll see if I can rustle up some better music to play as opposed to whatever the hell I was playing. What was I playing in here? Christaberg. Didn't sound very good. I hope I didn't get a copyright strike for playing that music. It sounded so horrible. I don't know. We'll see. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. See you later.